All right. Okay, so there we go, guys. Test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see here. YouTube. Man, there's all these new delays and weird stuff on YouTube here. So once I can hear you guys, or once you can, Angel or whoever is on, says they can hear me and stuff, I will get started. YouTube does new things and then they change things all up. So there was extra buttons here. So if anybody can hear me, can you just tell me you can hear me and see me okay? If not, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, cool. All right, Make Gains, you can hear me. Angel, can you hear me? Hear me now. Until Angel says yes, I'm not moving forward. I don't like this new YouTube. All right, perfect. All right, guys, so let's get into things here. I'll take a look, just remind me at you guys in a short bit. Just to show you guys here, the watch list was killer today. Make sure you guys don't sleep on our watch list. We post them every night. Let me just move over a screen here to show you. So each night we post the day trade and swing trade watch list right here on our website. We update it every day. So make sure you check it before 9 p.m. each night, and you will see, here's the day trade one right here. You'll see the watch list right here for the day trade. And then below, you could just click on the swing trade one, go right over here, and you'll see our swing trade watch list over here. So make sure to bookmark both these pages and check them each night. Follow us on social media as well, because we do post as things are running. So if you're a cheapskate freebie that doesn't want to pay for anything, you could follow us on social media and get some hints and clues for those that are serious and want to learn. You can join our community. We have a 14-day trial below, and then you'll get access to our alerts and our trade rooms, and we stream live every day in our trade room. So this is where we kind of do play-by-play action. We have a day trade and a swing trade room. We go off of our watch list that we do each night here, and then you get the alerts over here. So you get all this good stuff if you're a member of our community. Again, we have a 14-day trial below. So I say all that because we were killing it today on our watch list. We pretty much always kill it on our watch list, usually. And you'll see right over here a few of them, all three of them today, guys, triggered on 3M, NVDA, and XOM. You'll see I was posting them on social media earlier today, but you'll see 3M had a big kind of, you can call this kind of an inverse head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders, neckline breakout right here. And you'll see I kind of had it right off here. There was this green candle right here off the 9 EMA. And you'll see probably I didn't release. Yeah, so right here, at or above 170.09. So this is today's Monday. This weekend I sent this alert out. Watch at or above 170.09. What did it do today, guys? It went up to 175 bucks. That's a $5 move just off of one of our stocks. You know, we do this stuff consistently for you guys. So that's why make sure you're really paying attention. And so subscribe and get our alerts, because we have both alerts for these swing trades here. And then we have also Tim and Dan and Sig send out real-time alerts for other options trades as well. But just from our alert setup, this one went up $5 today. You can see kind of an inverse head and shoulders here on the 5-minute intraday, as well as on the daily. So we had a daily breakout, and right at an intraday breakout, took off and it launched. So that was for 3M, and then as well as NVIDIA, Angel's favorite stock that she likes to trade. Perfect setup, guys. Bull flag right off here, the 9 EMA. You'll see when I go to the alerts on NVIDIA, you'll see at or above 202.59. What did that do today? So right above that 202.59 right off here. Dang, went up to 211 bucks. That's a $9, almost a $9 move, $9 move off our trade alert setup for that one, as well as XOM, Exxon Mobil. You'll see this one I was saying be aware of kind of a double bottom breakout right above here, that's $70. Let's see what I put it as. At or above 69.60, which is right here. So I was saying watch and see if it can get above that 50 SMA. Boom, at launch. You know, so that one right there, 69.60 up to 71.80. That was a over $2 move. You have 3 really great movers today right off of our swing trade watch list. Next one. Again, if you're like, hey, how do you guys do this stuff? We have tons of watch list videos, replays you can watch. I'm going to start doing some more. Hey, YouTube's giving me this warning that, can you guys see me clearly okay? It says the lower, it's saying low, use a lower stream rate. Can you guys see me clear enough, those watching? Can you see my face and not be so blurry? Let me know in the comments. So that's for the swing trade watch list. But then today we're also CRC. Here was another one right here that was on our watch list. This is why, remember guys, our watch list, you see a combination of mid to high float stocks. Some of them are really high, some of them are mid. So some of these can be like, you know, a shorter, awesome. Thanks, Make Gains. some of these, you know, just because they're low and high float, they're just kind of slower moves. So you could do like a slower day trade. You don't have to panic like the low floaters. So while everybody's looking at trade ideas and the high day scanners, our watch lists come in and they sneak in out of nowhere many times. Actually, there's quite a bit of volume that came in on our watch list today. This is quite a bit. You know, a lot of times you'll see 500,000, 750,000, but these have a lot of volume today that just launched. And you'll see like a stock like CRC. You'll see on the watch list for that one, I had at or above 839. You know, that was right down here, because you'll see there's a morning star pattern right here. And I said at or above 839 and to watch for resistance at the 50 SMA. What did this do? It went up to, you know, obviously kind of went up, came back. You know, came right back to the 9 EMA here. There's a couple chances, you know. Watch, you want to buy, if you're looking to buy these, they obviously want to buy near support level. So there's several different scalps that you could have traded off here. And then you'll see on this 5-minute, kind of an inverse head and shoulders, and then it broke out on a 5-minute intraday later on during the day. So there's several different moves on this. But, you know, again, just some scalps all along the way. This thing went up from 839 to 997. What's that? It's a $1.60 move off of our watch list. You could have just kind of traded the patterns on it, right? So yeah, another one was BE off our watch list. So this was another one where if you look at it, BE at or above 334. It went up to 396 today, right? So you can see kind of broke above pre-market high right around that 350. You know, it got a little choppy. Again, I have a 5-minute chart set up over here. But you'll see kind of an inverse head and shoulders or kind of a cup and handle-ish later. And then, boom, this thing took off and you could have just done a ride the 9 strategy on up. You know, depending on whether you got in above the top of that kind of inverse head and shoulders or cup and then rode it, you know, with a close below the 9 or taking your profits and doing scalps along the way, right? But that's another one, you know, went up 60-something cents today. APRN, this one right here, this one really took off, and you'll see I did a social media post on it today. So I tried to call some of this stuff out on social media as it's happened. And here's a big FU pattern right here. That's stick your middle finger up there, flicking you off. This is a big, you know, head and shoulders pattern. What a great pump and dump. If you could have seen this one as it was happening, happened really quick. And you'll see as it broke above, there wasn't really anything going on pre-market, but it was kind of building that flat top right here. You'll see kind of a ascending triangle flat top. And you'll see You know, so you could have gotten in, if you got in right around the 9 as it's breaking above here. There was a couple times went right back to the 9, back to the 9, and then boom, it launched. And this thing went from 890 to 1027, right? So while nobody's really paying attention to these guys, this is why, you know, today was a really exorbitant day. You have 3 solid ones right there. Usually you get 1 or 2 off of our watch list. You know, these, you know, there's 3 that went really well off our day trade watches, and all 3 of our swing trade ones went off like crazy. So what we recommend is, you know, take our watch list, put them into like a something like this. You know, you can kind of watch them right here. And if you're at work, or, you know, let the patterns play out, keep an eye on them. And it's a great way to do scalps throughout the day. If you're looking to day trade, you know, you can play the patterns, whether you're doing a 5-minute. If you're at work, maybe you're going to play a 5-minute setup. Sometimes you get usually better setups off of our watch list on a 5-minute than you would off trade ideas, because everybody in the world's looking at trade ideas, and our watch list has a lot of sneak ones that sneak up on you, or that you can watch throughout the day and kind of do longer string trades, you know. So definitely keep an eye on our watch list. We can't stress it enough. All right. Forgive me, I might lose my voice. I haven't done a watch list video in a while, so hopefully my voice will hold out, because I tend to ramble a lot. So let's build a watch list for tomorrow. I'll change it right here to the 5th. Tomorrow's the 5th, right? Remove these. We'll build another one. All right, so we'll start with the day trade watch list. Excuse me, my voice is awful. Sorry, guys. I meant to mute that, so you probably heard a good coughing there in your ear. All right, so let's take a look at ALPP. Let's see if there's any. Look at this, guys. See that? Unbelievable. All of our alerts triggered. Not a surprise. That's pretty much typical. We have pretty much probably about a 90% trigger rate each week. This is why, if you're not a member yet, you know, try us out 14 days below. You get our alert setups here every day. You see us talking in the trade rooms. But here you go. All the alerts triggered. Some days there's better than others. You know, sometimes you'll get a little quick pop, but you know what? If an alert triggers, that's much better than alert not triggering, right? It's going in the direction we are showing you guys. So very important to pay attention to these notes. So ideally what we're looking to do when we build a watch list is for stocks that are holding their highs for potential continuation days. We try to avoid days that might not, you know, if something's very overextended like this, we try to avoid them. But sometimes we'll put them on, because these penny stocks, sometimes they have a mind of their own, and they'll continue pumping and going when you think they might not. So we'll take a look at this one right here. So ALPP, super overextended. You'll see the garbage chart. Super overextended. It could have a continuation day. I try to avoid these, but then I like to slip some of these on once in a while, because they're super cheap. Like, you know, if this goes from 40 cents to 50 cents, you know, maybe you can get a 5 or a 10 cent scalp out of it. I don't like it by any means. It's not a great setup, but it's kind of still potentially doing a pennant with that 5-minute chart with an inverse head and shoulders. So this might have another continuation pop. So be very careful. I'm putting it on because it's a sub-dollar stock, and some people really like these really sub-penny stocks. So just be very careful. It's obviously very overextended. So with this one, I will do this. This is where we show you guys as well. You know, I'll do like this. I'll say very overextended, right? So warning, very overextended. Watch for potential continuation pop with resistance around 50 cents, right? So we're, pay attention to these notes, right? Very overextended. Watch for potential, right? See if it can continue up. And that $0.50 amount, 50 cents, is going to be resistance. Now, I personally wouldn't trade this one. This is not what I would be looking at, but there's a lot of people that are like, oh, that's a 40-cent stock. If it goes to 50 cents and I can scalp 5 cents out of it, and how you're playing the patterns, you know what you're doing with support and resistance. Some people might size in with shares on this and try to scalp 5 cents, right? Some people like scalping 5, 10 cents, 15 cents off a 40-cent stock. Some like $1 to $5 stocks. Some people like going off of 20, 30-cent gains on a $10 to $20 stock. That's why we do a variance of different stocks on our watch list. You'll see them between 30 cents to about 20 bucks. All right. AGRX. That one's a little bit sloppy. I don't like that one. What the heck here? ALRN. I try to avoid stocks that are caught between the moving average lines. I like to have them either closing above or about to, like a pullback to the moving average lines for a flag, for a pop, or a close above. So ideally like it holding its highs. Let's see this one. Garbaccio. That's a thing. If you haven't heard me do a watch list in a while, if I say Garbaccio, it's garbage. I don't like it. Right? So you'll get to know my terminology. This right here, I don't like those kind of spinning top, high wave-ish candles. So that's a Garbaccio. Now, so here we go. So here's one that's completely holding its highs at the end of the day. Something I don't necessarily like is that it's overextended. However, it is holding its highs. So this is one where I might throw this on. Now it's closer to $3, which I don't like, but I kind of look at all the different factors. It's holding its highs. I would look at $3 at the next resistance level. This did break out. Let's see where that puts it. This is where I get a little bit torn because I like to see more movement. So for now, I might put it on and then I may take it off afterwards. So for now, I'd like to get it a little bit. I'd like to see more room for this to go. So we'll have to see if there's more on the watch list. I might take it off. So for now, I'll put a bit overextended watch for potential continuation with resistance around $3. And so we'll come back to that one. It's a little bit more overextended than I like, but we'll see how it goes. CLDX. What the heck? CLDX. There we go. BE, that was from today. I don't like the kind of spinning top looking candle, so I might avoid that one. Kind of holding its highs. It's above the moving average lines. I'm not too thrilled with that one, though. So this one had kind of a double bottom break. It's holding its highs. It's right near that 50 SMA. And it's caught in between the MA. So sometimes, let me take a look at the hourly on this one. It still might be moving up. This one might have a move towards that 446 area. Let's take a look. Thanks, buddy. Daniel Adams. Thank you, kind sir. Whenever Dan gets on, it usually triggers me to say silly stuff. So now that I know Dan's on, I might go into my comedy hour. So with this one right here, AMRS, let's do this. Watch if price can get above 450 SMA with resistance around 450 area. Man. All right, so AMRS, we might look at that one. I'm still not loving these ones right now. But again, the market kind of all should be at all-time highs, so this could be some indecision. Yeah, so that's potential warning as a breakout. It might want to pull back, some. So this is where, if the market has a pullback day, the patterns sometimes get a little bit difficult to find or see. AVEO, let me see. AVEO. Yeesh. I don't like that. That's a nasty looking, I don't know what you want to call that. Upside down, inverse hammer, inverted hammer. That's a sloppy looking candle. I don't like it. Let's put it that way. Someone was asking about UGAZ earlier. Make Gains was saying UGAZ. I'm not a huge fan of those little spinning touch doji candles up either way. I'd like to see it choose a direction, plus it's trading sideways, so I'm not a huge fan of those, to be honest. Guys, speaking of Dan kills it every day. He streamed today teaching you guys the technical. So this is the stuff, guys, that if you're new and you're not a member of our trade rooms, this is where you want to see this whole puzzle brought together, right? So I'm building the watch list on what to look for, but then you want to see what happens live each day, right? So you want to see what's happening live during the market hours. That's where in our trade rooms, we show these patterns. So in the morning, we have several. Tomorrow, Angel will be streaming. She'll take ones off our watch list and what's moving in the pre-market, tailor down a tailored watch list to watch, and then show these patterns live, right? So this is aftermarket. We're showing you how to build a watch list, but they're watch lists. They're not trade me, right? You're welcome. You're welcome, Santosh. So this is where you want to, see, I might have, half a dozen that I put on the watch list tonight and then watch one or two at open. And then one or two might later on during the day go and break out, right? That's where you want to watch this stuff. And in the trade rooms, this is where we're showing you guys what to do live. All right, I lost my spot. Here we go. AR. Don't like that one. Caught between the moving average lines. Not a fan of that. Kind of big long candlestick, not really holding its highs. CCO. Same thing, kind of potentially rolling over head and shoulders on a 5-minute. Don't like that. Okay, this is more of what I like to see. So, I like to see a pattern, right? Here's a double bottom. You can see the top of that double bottom right around that 223. And then you can see this wick of this 232. This may... And you can see kind of a flat top forming on a 5-minute. This may set up for a potential double bottom break. I like the patterns. I'd like to see a little bit more potential movement. But this is what I like to see. It's holding its highs, pattern on the daily, maybe looking to break out. This is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the moving average lines cross and see if it can break out. So I like more of the patterns. So this is where I would put this. Double bottom on the daily. Watch for potential continuation with resistance between 230 to 240 ish. You'll see when I usually put ish on there because it's never perfect. But this is what I like. I like the patterns. I want to see the moving average lines cross. And this is why, our day trade watch lists, we put them on there because they're small cap stocks. They're ones that you might get short term, a swing trade out of, right? So, an 80 million shares outstanding, kind of medium float. So this is one that, this might go for a couple days, right? So you might decide to scalp intraday or hold it for an extra day or two. You just it's dangerous to hold low floaters, but some of these you couldn't, if the pattern's right and sets up, you might be able to hold it a little bit longer. Got to watch and say. CDEV, not a fan between the moving average lines. So this one, holding its highs, a bit overextended, whole dollar amount, has room up to that 1044, that 200 SMA. So let's see, some support right around that 980. So this is one, if you were, I'm not going to put it on the watch list. If it holds that 980 and can get above $10, it might have some room up to 1044. Am I going to put that one on? I might. For a $10 stock. Has 44 cents movement potentially. So again, this is where, if the pattern holds up and it holds at 980 and gets above 10, potential for 44 cent move, and you scalp 10, 15, 20 cents out of it. That's not bad. Do I like that one? I might put it on. Because I try to give variety, guys, for the sub $1 stocks, and then I like to give variety for those that like the above $10 stocks. So a bit overextended. Watch if $10 holds with resistance at 200 SMA on the daily. CCJ. Don't like that one. Too overextended near the moving average lines. Not a fan of that. I try to show you guys, like when I'm making these, when I skip, I try to show you guys why. This one could go either way. This intraday is kind of sloppy here. It could still continue up. If the moving average lines go and push it above, see if you can get above that $1.50 area. Let me see. Tommy says, WDC, should I wait for a pullback? Let me see. Make sure I go back to AB. WDC. That's an interesting one. This may be bear flagging. It's bouncing off that dot, which is a 5 SMA. It may bear flag. If this continues up, then watch for the moving average lines near watch for resistance near the moving average lines. I'm just not usually a fan when it's like this, where it's just like all sideways, So this is one I'd be careful of. Where was I looking at last? So this is, if you're new guys following us, this is the process that we go through every night for you guys. We go through this list. We scale these all down. We try to find the best stocks that are going to move, and you'll see, if you look at our trade alerts results that we do each week, there's about a 90%, at least upper 80s to 90% trigger rate on these. So there are alerts, they fire off. Sometimes they might not go the next day. It might take 2 or 3 days. That's why, if it doesn't go, like we put something on there tomorrow, it might have a pullback day or two, and then it goes and launches. So don't sleep on these. Make sure you keep an eye on them and just kind of check them. A lot of people, there was someone who was saying that the other day when I talked to them on our alerts, they'll actually check them weekly when we do our weekly trade alerts results. They'll kind of go and they'll see the ones from the previous week that haven't launched, and they put them and they keep an eye on them because they're looking for it to potentially many of them will break out the next week. So something we might put on the watch list on a Thursday or Friday might take off the following Tuesday or Wednesday. This one's very interesting, BKCC. Right at that 50 SMA at a whole dollar amount and holding its highs. This one may be interesting. Let's look at the hourly. A bit overextended on the hourly, but if it can hold, that one could be maybe. I'm not honestly loving a lot of these today, but let's put this one on. If it can hold, $5 is the place you want to see it hold, but then, I'm not loving it. I'm not going to put it on. I'd like to see a little bit more room for it to move. It may be doing a reversal. I'm just not loving it. Not my preference. Don't like that. Maybe keep an eye on this. I won't put this on the watch list. Caught between the moving average lines, but you can see the moving average lines. If they cross, this might push into a flag breakout. Not a fan of that style though. APRN, that was on our watch list today. This one, look at that. If you were watching this one, guys, I was too busy boasting on social media to you guys. This thing took off. Look at that kind of that ascending triangle flat top breakout right there. Boom, 850 up to 1027. It was on the watch list for those that were paying attention. All right. So far, to be honest, you guys, some of these are just, I'm not loving these today. But it can, again, like I was saying earlier, it makes sense. Today was a really great day. Market's at all-time highs. If the market pulls back, and you have a couple pullback days, the setups might not be as great. That's the market for you. Goes up, it goes down, and then sometimes it trades sideways, right? That's why we teach you guys options. Signet has tons of videos in our on teaching you guys options. We have 2 free options courses. You could take our options courses below, or head over to our website, and then we have a next level content section. Once you're logged in, where's our website here? I'll log in and I'll show you guys. You have to remind me. But, with all trading credit spreads and debit spreads and iron condors and straddles and strangles and all that good stuff. So if, penny stocks aren't your thing, make sure you take our options courses. And then we have a whole next level members content section that shows you all that stuff. So let me see if I can just log in real quick to our site and then I'll show you guys. All right. So if you guys see over here from members section right here, next level training, you'll see a ton of, we have golden nuggets, right? All these short little videos on what strikes to buy, trading covered calls, credit spreads, debit spreads. Signet's a beast. Teaching all that great stuff with options, right? But we do day trading. We have candlesticks, technicals. This is all of our next level content. This is for yearly members. So if you're a monthly member, you can upgrade to yearly just by going to, when you're not logged in, under the courses section, there'll be a next level section here, upgrade here, and you get all the different strikes and all that good stuff. If you're brand new, you want to try us out, again, you can take our 14-day free trial. You'll get access to all of our courses, our watch lists over here, our trade alerts, and our trade rooms with live streaming every day. So I was showing you guys that for options, really great, especially when the market trades sideways, right? So the market goes up, it goes down. You can be bullish, bearish on the market. Great way to trade options up and down. But then when the market's sideways and penny stocks aren't running, that's where you can do something like iron condor strategies and profit when the market goes sideways. So this one's a bit overextended. This one has a morning star. I don't know what's happened with my mouse on Thinkorswim. Anybody else having a problem with their mouse on Thinkorswim lately? It used to work really good, and now like it's giving me issues. Not liking these. I used to be able to scroll in no problem, and then it does. It works at times, and other times it just like gives me issues. I don't know why. Aha. This one. This one. I don't like that down arrow, but it's hammering off the 9 EMA. Bed Bath & Beyond. It's a bigger stock. This one might be intriguing. Let's look at the hourly. Kind of might be setting up an inverse head and shoulders-ish there. And kind of has a bigger kind of cup and handle overall. I might put this one on and see. Let's do this. Watch if 9 EMA holds on daily and continues up with resistance around 15 bucks. Right around here. Mike's comment might trigger me to go on a rant. Are we going into a bearish market, right? Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. This tweet, that tweet. Oh my God, the market's gonna crash, and oh my gosh, right? That's what we hear all the time, right? This bear market they've been talking about for 3 years, right? Well, here's the thing. I don't know if we're going into a bear market. All I know right now is we're in a bull market. It's going upwards, and its price is breaking out of a rising wedge. That's a big deal. Now we got to watch and see. So if you look right now, all the moving average lines pointing upwards at all-time highs. It's got to come back and retest at the very least, right? But when you see price, this rising wedge, typically, usually with rising wedges, they usually fall, like, right? So you'll at some point, these rising wedges, you got to be careful. At some point, it's going to want to come back down, but that's why you got to learn these trend lines and see and watch what happens. Whereas it's breaking out of that rising wedge, again, overextended in no man's land, it's going to come back down. But then you got to see, are the buyers going to come in and keep it above, or will the moving average lines cross and go down like this, and then see if it becomes bearish? But just because it goes down doesn't mean it's not going to go back up. That's why you got to know patterns and resistance and trend lines, and don't fall for the crap hype and all this stuff in the news. And oh my gosh, this person sent out a tweet. Oh my gosh, what do I do? My 401k is tanking. Every time look what's happened the past 3 years, guys, right? Every time your 401k tanks, guess what? Numbers don't lie, right? What is the market now? It's at all-time highs. So this is why it's so important to learn charts, resistance, patterns, trend lines, all that good stuff. That's what we teach you guys in our courses in our community. Don't fall for hype, right? Learn how to become a trader. If you're lazy, if you want to hand out, if you want to get rich quick thing, don't come to us, because we're not going to teach you that. We're going to teach you, as you're seeing here. I'm rambling on for 40 something minutes, but I'm trying to give you guys content of the real world of what things look like. This is trading. It's learning this stuff, support, resistance, patterns, making decisions, putting it all together, not all that BS that you see on YouTube. You probably watch our YouTube channel, and then you'll see some other person on our, channel promoting their trading service, and you'll see, some of them are in jets, right? Fancy, nice jets, telling you to opt into their free ebook, where they're going to tell you that trading, right? Trading is not easy, right? So, I can just recap and be like, Guys, trading is hard. I'm on a private jet. Opt in for my free ebook below, right? So you're like, oh, wow, he's telling me trading is hard, right? He's saying trading's hard while in a private jet and telling you to get his free ebook below. So what does the new person say? Oh my God, he's in a private jet. Let me get his free ebook. I'm going to learn, right? Or while my hands are moving here too, you'll see other people on YouTube and people that flailing arms, right? I said the almost marionette traders, right? Look at my message, look at my message, look at my message, right? Look right here, look at here. I'm super excited. Opt in, join my trading group below. It's all a bunch of crap, guys. You know, trading is hard. We have lots of resources to help you, but we're teaching you guys every day support, resistance, and patterns. There's nothing sexy about it. It's a skill set you can have for the rest of your life. But the fact of the matter is most people are lazy. So most people want get rich quick. You try to teach them the right way, then they quit because they're lazy because they want a handout and not a hand up. So that's my rant. We are a hand up community, not a handout. So if you really want to learn trading the right way, we'll teach you. It just takes a lot of hard work. So no, I don't have a Lambo. That's my rant. I can tell my voice is, I haven't been using my vocal cords lately, so I'm going to get right into the swing trade watch list now before I lose my voice. So day trade watch list, it's kind of for tomorrow, but this is kind of typical, right? I told you with our list, right? This is kind of probably a good gauge. When you have 5 or 6, typically 1 or 2 are really good off our watch list, and the other ones are like so-so. You know, that's where they'll trigger. They might go up 2 or 3 cents and then not do much. So typically you'll see 1 or 2 really good ones. And the other ones are kind of They might have pullback days, but don't sleep on them because 2 or 3 days later, that's where something might be holding its highs. It pulls back to the moving average lines and then it takes off a few days later, and that's when it rips. So that's why make sure you keep an eye on them. All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I can find anything decent to swing trade. I think someone was saying GE earlier. So GE is a bit overextended. It is holding its highs. I'd be a little bit concerned. You can see some support about that 1076 area. If it can get above $11, that whole dollar amount, keep an eye on that one, see if it'll continue up. So I'm just not going to put that one on because it's a bit overextended for me. I'd like to see it run a little bit. Oh, you guys got me going there. I want to go on my rants. Let's see here. I'm just going to skim through here. Let's see if I can see anything good. Maybe I'll go to Bali. I'm thinking of doing some promo videos for YouTube, so I'm just trying to think of I'm gonna make some promo videos. See what videos I'll do. Guys, should I rent a private jet when I make my YouTube videos? Oh, that was a nice bull flag breakout. What do you guys think? Where should I go to Bali? Let's see here. Not looking so good. That's caught right in the moving average line. So this one's holding its highs caught between the MAs, so that can make it a little bit trickier. All right. So Twitter, possible. This is where it gets a little bit trickier. Might be finding support. You have resistance up at those moving average lines, but I try to give you guys something that's going to break out in a very near term, not play out for a while. Like this. I don't like this garbage, like trading sideways. I'd like to have something, ideally breaking out for you. That's why sometimes you'll see it's a lot harder for these larger caps to get stuff that's decent looking. But the stuff that we put on, guys, as we showed you today, 3M, right? We had MMM. What else did I have? I had NVIDIA and then XOM. All 3 of those launched today. And typically going into the week, again, those are, the more the week starts to play out, it gets a little bit more you know, if the market trades, you know, market went up today, now you might have a pullback day. So something I'm trying to put on tomorrow may not be great. You know, that's where, you know, you'll see less trades on this. But we also do the real-time alerts that I was telling you guys as well. This is just stocks that I'm looking, you know, the night before that might be running in the next couple days or so. But we do live real-time alerts where, again, Tim, Sig, Dan will call out something that might be running. So what's not on here right now, something might happen tomorrow at the open or during the day that has a really great setup. And that's where if you have our real-time alerts right over here, if you just, you know, again, if you're not a member, try us out, 14 days. Link will be below. But we have a real-time alerts here. This is where we'll call out our real-time Twitter trade alerts for something that might be running, you know, for another potential swing trade if it's live, right? So we do these right here. We do the ones at night here that might be going. So we give our alert setups. And then we also have real-time alerts for something that's happening real-time in the market, right? So the ones I'm putting on here now, we got to watch and see what they happen tomorrow, you know, what goes on tomorrow, the next day. And so far, there's a bunch of garbaccio, not liking any of these. I have one more list I'm going to check out and see if there's anything good, but I'm not liking any of these. No, don't like that one. Let's go to down here. Bit overextended. OIH. This one I get a little torn with. Some support around 12 bucks. Kind of holding its highs. Let's see. I like to see patterns. Possibly. It's kind of doing a possible pennant or flat top here. That one's possible. I'm going to put it on here just for now, just in case I can't find anything else. That's a possibility I'll look into. That's another one, kind of doing the same thing. Man, there's 3 patterns in a row. All 3 of those, OIH, HAL, and XOP, have similar gap ups. Kangers, do we look at penny stocks? Yeah, right here. I just, the earlier video, I did this. So this is our day trade watch list, our daily watch list that we post on our website. This one I'm working for swing right now. So if you watch the beginning of this video, you'll see how I built these day trade ones. Baidu. Nope. CVX. Nope. Groupon. That's a cheaper, smaller one. No. No. Striking out for good ones to see. American Eagle. This one may be a little interesting. Kind of cup and handle-ish. Let's look at the hourly. This one, maybe. I might come back to American Eagle. This one has a little bit of potential movement, and you can see kind of almost, you know, you can see kind of inverse head and shoulder disc, kind of cup and handle-ish. There's a little bit of room to run. There hasn't been a lot to look at. That's one I might go to. What do I think of BAS? Let me take a look at those in a second for you guys. Actually, I'll come back. I'll look at BAS. Yikes. Not a huge fan of this. Trading sideways, below moving average lines. I'm not a huge fan of that setup. TRPX. Completely, sloppy looking intraday chart. Below moving average lines. Garbaccio. Not a fan. Where was I seeing these here? FCX. Nope. 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 Lots of nopes on these swing trades. Possible. I'm not loving it. No problem. Dwindling, guys. Almost done. I'm going to look at a few more and see, but again, if the setups aren't there, they're not there. I'd like to see one decent, better. I mean, AEO is okay. But I'd like to see a better one. This one for Snap may be interesting. I like how it's bouncing off the 50 SMA. That's nice. Possible tweezer tops, which I don't like. So this could go either way. It could trap you either way. So that's where I try to avoid those. So let me take a look at AEO. So again, it's above the MAs on the hourly. There's a little bit of room up to that 1683, 1650s to 1683. On the daily, kind of a cup and handle-ish. Moving average lines maybe trying to push price up. Again, I don't love it, but as you guys can see, there's really not a ton to put on here. But there's a potential of 50-cent potential move. So I'm going to put this one on because it's the best I've seen that I've liked so far. 1680s. Watch if MAs cross and push price up with resistance around 1680s. Do I like OIH? Let me see. Nah, I don't. Do I? No. See if I could try to find one more for you guys. I'd like to find one that just jumps out and says, yes, that's what I like. And then pretty soon I got to go real soon because I got to eat dinner tonight and I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner. Maybe Chipotle. We'll have to see. No, I'm not. No, I don't do crypto. eBay. Let's see eBay. Yeah, man. All right, guys. I think we're going to call it. Jadunzo. I think I'm going to be Jadunzo. So I'm just going to put QCOM. Let me look. QCOM. Yeah, it's a bit overextended. All right, guys. Hopefully that helped you guys here today. Again, just to show you guys a few reminders. Maybe this is where I'll do my sales presentation. So maybe I could do my like flailing hands for you guys, right? So this is where you like pay attention, hear the excitement, right? Guys, you got to pay attention to this. Do you guys see these videos with the people that are trying to stay in the stock market? I could just picture them behind like the video, right? Saying like, take 25, and then they like out of breath and like, they got to like flail their arms around like, hey guys, I got this amazing sale going on right now. You got to come and join us right now. This is amazing. We're a great company. And like, oh my God. And then you got to join their company, right? Distract you with the hand movement, right? So I'm not going to do hand movement, but if you guys aren't a member yet, we do have a full community over here. You guys will see we are the Bullish Bears, and we have what do we got here? We have trade rooms. We do live streaming, so we have a day trade, swing trade room. We do trade alerts, so we have real-time options alerts that we do during the market when there's a good setup. Then we have our trade alert setups, which is what I basically showed you guys with putting this whole thing together. Make sure you bookmark both of our day trade and watch list, our swing trade watch list page. Both of these right here, check them nightly. And then we have our courses here. So you could just come over here, register for a free membership, take all of our courses. We have $3,000 worth of free courses over here. So if you want to try us out, again, get full access to our community, 14-day trial. Or if you're a monthly member, you'll see when I'm not logged in, there's a button that'll say next level training under courses. That's where you'll get access to our next level training library over here, where then you get, not only do we give you all of this, I mean, guys, we have a basic course, a basic options course, a basic stock course. Then we have a day trading course, a swing trading course. We have an advanced day trading course, an advanced options course. For the Bitcoin lovers, this is showing you how to avoid losing your shirt in Bitcoin. This teaches you how to trade it properly. Then we have 2 candlesticks courses. Then we have a course on how to set up your Thinkorswim and Interactive Brokers course. And then after you've gone through all this content, we have right here, next level training in this entire library. That's just golden nuggets. Look at this one course section right here. You guys want to know how to trade options? Look at all of the what strategy you want to do with options. You want to sell out of the money credit spreads? Do you want to do short-term debit spread, covered calls, day trading options, go long-term options, neutral credit spreads, iron condor, straddles, strangles, butterflies, all of this content, guys, we have, which is upgraded content on top of all of this content that you're getting here. So this is why, guys, I don't need to do a flailing arms to distract you. The amount of content that you get in our community is just astronomical. You're not going to get it anywhere, guys. So that's a sales pitch that sells itself. If you're not a member yet, try us out below. We have a 14-day free trial. So hopefully this video helped you guys, and we'll see you all in our community. Enjoy.